98.5 The Sports Hub, and now the radio.com app. You want the answer? You've got to ask the question.
Do you have an opinion based on if you had to go with your gut, which way it would go?
Sometimes you have to ask it over and over and over again.
Why?
This is 10 Questions with Greg Bedard and Felger and Mazz on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
All right, Bedard's in fine form today. Let's see how he does here. He got the questions at 10:45. Think he'll be ready to go, Stu?
Nope. Shut up.
Here comes the buzzer options. What do we got here, Stu?
The young defenseman, it's like Vakanainen, Lazan, Sobril.
Close enough. Boral. So the next couple you're going to hear here are from Greg and I's film Zoom session where we bickered at each other for 27 minutes on Zoom watching Josh Allen film. It was a humdinger. Go ahead, Jimmy.
You're saying because you didn't see the fellow there 32 yards down the field, that's a minus play?
Yes.
Drills it. It's a great play.
Pretty good play.
Unblocked. Got out of there. Incomplete. Good play.
He needs to know this is a free blocker. He's got to get rid of it.
Well, he did get rid of it.
Barely.
27 minutes of this. Go ahead.
Pump fake the guy. Runaway rusher. Pump fake. Buys himself time. That's just a great play.
It's a neutral play.
It's a neutral play, Mazz.
Good ball.
It's a good ball.
Right. We got agreement there.
Who else makes this play? Mahomes. That's it.
Thank you.
Rip Brian Daboll, who's like your new binky.
And there were some curse words in there. All right, hit anyone. Go.
The young defenseman, it's like Vakanainen, Lazan, Sobril.
What stands out to you the most about the Jack Easterby Houston Texans saga?
How suckered in Cal McNair has become with Easterby. I know Cal. I've met him. I've had conversations with him. They're basically making out like he's Spalding Smales. And he's just been taken in by Jack Easterby. And he's just he does whatever Jack wants. And it's just he's not seeing what's going on. And his franchise is just in flames around him. And he just can't see it because Easterby has him in a trance.
Trance is the right word. I'll tell you, there are a lot of stories out there about this if people haven't read them. And both are apparently, men of faith, as they say. And so I'm not mocking this other than to tell you that there's something cultish almost about it. It's scary.
I'm mocking it. He's a creepy, manipulative cockroach who has way too much influence over the Texans owner. And they refer to the Texans owner, Cal McNair, in that piece in Sports Illustrated over the weekend. People in the organization behind his back call him Tommy Boy.
Okay, so more on this coming up. My takeaway is that he moved up the ranks here too now.
Yeah.
Maybe not the level of its reach in Houston, but he had some influence here too. So he had his hooks into folks in New England as well. Next.
Pump fake the guy. Runaway rusher. Pump fake. Buys himself time. That's just a great play.
It's a neutral play.
Number 9, if you're Deshaun Watson, where should you want to go? Not what team makes the most sense for him to land with, but him personally, where should he want to go, Greg?
San Francisco. I think he'd be plug and play and Super Bowl contender right away.
So I got a bunch on here, but I'm going to give you one from each conference.
Quick.
Indy and New Orleans. Frank Reich, or now that Breeze is gone, go to New Orleans and stay indoors.
I'm with Greg on this. The Niners, you work with Kyle Shanahan, those RPOs, the rollouts. You get to throw to Kittle, Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk. It's a no-brainer.
Okay, then Shanahan has to loosen the reins. That Shanahan tree likes to really control the quarterback and really control where the ball goes. He's got to loosen up if he's going to get Deshaun Watson. Next.
Unblocked. Got out of there. Incomplete. Good play.
He needs to know this is a free blocker. He's got to get rid of it.
Well, he did get rid of it.
Barely.
Number 8, thoughts on Robert Saleh with the Jets. Does he have a chance?
He has a chance, but I'm just down on all defensive head coaches just because offense is such a focal point for owners that as soon as these defensive coaches have an offensive coordinator, 1 year of success, they're gone. I mean, look at Vrabel in Tennessee. He had LaFleur his first year. He just had Arthur Smith for 2 years. Now he's gone to Atlanta. Now he's on his third coordinator. That is no way to bring up young quarterbacks with multiple offensive coordinators if you can't align it how Belichick did, which is one playbook that is the Patriots playbook and stays with the quarterback throughout his career, you're going to get screwed up and you're never going to have sustained success.
Your question was, does Robert Saleh have a chance? Nope.
Murray?
I think maybe he's high energy, can probably command a room. He's not Adam Gase, but I don't know. They're sticking with Darnold, it looks like. It's still the Jets where failure's baked in, so he'll probably be out in like 2 or 3 years.
No, Sean. You go to New York, you get dumber.
Next.
Ding.
You're saying because he didn't see the fellow there 32 yards down the field, that's a minus play?
Yes.
Number 7, if you're the Ravens, Greg, where do you go from here?
Greg Roman needs to come in with a plan to make the passing offense better, or I'm looking for a new offensive coordinator.
You got to ride it out with Jackson. Got to ride it out. I mean, they're hard to find. You go 10-6 with them in the regular season. Until you find something better, keep going.
Yeah, get Lamar Jackson to work on his throwing mechanics and get him a real number 1 wide receiver because Hollywood Brown ain't it.
Next.
Ding.
Ding.
Yeah.
Rip Brian Daboll, who's like your new Binky.
Number 6, Greg, how do you feel about Sean McDermott recently, the Bills coach?
Not great. Sean McDermott used to be one of my favorite coaches in the league. He was one of these just CEO, very stoic on the sideline, knew what he was doing, was totally in control. Now, after every play, he's complaining, he's spotting balls on the sideline, he's pumping up the crowd like he's a creeping tool baggery going on.
So he's good. I'm not sure he's great, but he's good. I'll tell you what I will give him credit for. Defensive guy, went in there. They immediately played good defense. They found a quarterback. He went and got weapons and got himself an offensive coordinator to run it. He knows what he doesn't know.
In the conversation, I think, for top 5 coaches in the league, maybe top 3, and he knows Goff ain't the answer, and he's trying to divorce from him. I love it.
Excuse me?
Him and Goff.
McDermott, not McVay.
I said Sean McDermott.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Yeah, it's okay. Next.
Unblocked. Got out of there. Incomplete. Good play.
He needs to know this is a free blocker. He's got to get rid of it.
Well, he did get rid of it.
Barely.
Number 5, who was the biggest tool bag of the divisional round?
Arians, for all the lips flapping he's doing right now about how Tom Brady, they couldn't have done anything without him, and about how his program's great, all this stuff. I'm tired of hearing about Bruce Arians.
I second that, except for a different reason. That stupid wristband play sheet. Seriously. A coach that wears the play sheet as a wristband, tool bag, tool box.
Baby Patriots fans who still won't root for Brady. That's who the biggest tool bags are.
Easy. There's also a Tony Romo mention. She belongs in there
good one.
somewhere.
Yeah.
Next.
The young defenseman, it's like Vakanainen, Lazan, Sobril.
That's not fair. I can't pronounce anyone's name.
I love that one.
Number 4, is Baker Mayfield a franchise quarterback, Greg? Is he elite?
No, I think that he is. He can be a good starter for you. You can win with him. He's going to need this Shanahan style of offense to be successful. I do not consider him elite, and I do not consider him irreplaceable.
Is he a franchise quarterback? Yes. Is he elite? No.
Yes, on the franchise part, but no on the elite as well. He just feels inconsistent and a bad pick waiting to happen.
Well, then wait a minute. He shouldn't be a franchise quarterback.
Well, so I know you meant him as one question. I actually think there's a line there.
Really?
Yeah, I do. In other words, you have yourself a good starter. He can win a lot of games for you. Do you keep him?
Yeah, by the Felger standard, he is.
Well, yes, you keep, again, I would tell you that there are a lot of guys that I don't love that I would say, well, he gets you a winning season in the league, you keep him.
Murray's saying I like bad quarterbacks. I do. I do have a little bit of a hankering for bad quarterbacks. But if you have a franchise quarterback who's not elite, aren't you kind of in trouble?
Well, maybe, except that how do you get that elite guy? You follow me?
Yeah,
in other words, so you got to keep the franchise, I say the franchise guy. You got to keep a good quarterback, even if he's not quite championship caliber, because what are your options?
All right, bigger conversation. Next.
Who else makes this play? Mahomes. That's it.
Do you think Urban Meyer, Greg, works in the NFL? And if not, why not?
I do. I think he's going to have short-term success. I don't know what his ceiling is. But there's too much working for them there in terms of, Lawrence and the draft picks and
Kim, tell me about
salary
him.
cap space.
Do you like him as a coach?
I tell you the truth, I don't know a ton about him. I mean, I grew up a Florida Gators fan, so I know him from that time. But I still tag him with the Urban Liar stuff from the way he left Florida, the way he left Ohio State. But I think he's a culture guy. He establishes a culture. He knows how to command a room. Everybody is going to know who's boss. And I think he's flexible enough, as opposed to, say, Saban when he's with the Dolphins, to make it work in a pro environment.
No, I don't think it's going to work. I don't. Again, these guys who come out, the college to the pro game, and I know it's closer now than it's ever been, I don't think it's all about the X's and O's and the style of play. I think it's about the coach's power versus the players in the league and whether or not they have any cred themselves. I think that's a big change.
And I say no because he's never even worked as an assistant or position coach in the NFL. And I think that matters. If you look at someone like Chip Kelly, who goes straight from college to the league without any big league experience, you eventually get exposed.
I'm really interested to see it. I'd like to see him succeed. I want to see some coaches that can just coach no matter what the level, what the age. There's so few have done it. I'd like to see him do it. Next.
Drills it. It's a great play.
Pretty good play.
Number 2, rank the quarterbacks this century and stop when you get to Drew Brees. Where does he rank in this generation of quarterbacks?
Brady, Manning, Favre, and Brees.
Okay, I hate your list.
Brady, Manning, Rodgers.
Well, hang on. You said the century. So that's the 2000s.
Yes. Right, since 2000.
Yeah, so I just exclude Mahomes and guys like that.
So I don't. I exclude Favre because he was at his best in the 90s. But go ahead, Miss.
I had Brady, Manning, Rodgers, Wilson, Roethlisberger, Brees.
I go Brady, Manning, Rodgers, Wilson, Mahomes, Roethlisberger, then Brees.
Okay, and I'm with Murray's list, except I put Eli in front of him, too.
Oh.
Eli Manning or Drew Brees?
Brees.
Oh, Eli. Eli was nails in the playoffs.
Eli.
Brees.
I go Eli there. Brees or Rivers?
Brees.
Okay. So I went Brady, Manning, Mahomes. I'm sorry. Mahomes has already done more than Drew Brees. I'm sorry. This in 3 years did more than Brees did in 20. Mahomes is ahead of him. If the asteroid hit today, Mahomes would rank ahead of Drew Brees. Brady, Manning, Mahomes, Rodgers 4th, Wilson 5th, Roethlisberger, Eli, Brees, Rivers. I have him 8th. Next.
Unblocked. Got out of there. Incomplete. Good play.
He needs to know this is a free blocker. He's got to get rid of it.
Well, he did get rid of it.
Barely.
27 minutes of bickering like that. Again, 27 minutes of it. Final question. Are we going to...
gold. People enjoyed it.
Are we going to miss the... How'd it do? Did you get some clicks?
Yeah, it did well.
Yeah. Meaning no. Okay. Yeah. Last question. Are we going to miss...
I haven't looked.
Are we going to miss going to the Super Bowl this year?
No.
Given what it's going to be, no. But normally, yes.
Yes. Warm weather, the beach. I could go on my buddy's boat. We could golf. I love that week. Super Tuesday?
Yes.
Oh, come on.
Yes, of course.
Not this year. You're not getting Super Tuesday this year.
We'd find a way.
We'd make it happen, buddy boy. We'd go out to the pool.
Go to Providence.
We'd figure.
I got people in Tampa.
Providence. We'd be in Tampa. But either way, yes, of course. Yes, I'm going to miss it, Murray.
Drink at the pool. I like that.
Exactly. We're not going to go to some club, but we'll see you at the pool. Go in the hot tub or smoke.
I just think that you guys should have Super Tuesday in like a Providence or a Fall River or something more local.
That's true. That's true.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, that is actually not a bad idea.
Let's go to Everett.
Yeah, I'm going to miss it.
There you go.
I'm going to miss Super Bowl week. I've been to like 20 of the last 21 Super Bowls or something like this.
Okay, Buck.
No, I'm sorry. All right, that was a good one. I'm going to miss it. Here's an update from Murray, and we're back with you.